Hey guys, welcome, welcome. We'll get started shortly here. Hey Gerald, welcome Gerald.
How we doing?
Good, good. How are you?
All right.
Great. We'll get started shortly here.
Okay.
Hey Bill, welcome.
Hey, Dave.
We'll get started shortly. If it is a Q&A. We'll get started shortly. We'll get started shortly. All right, guys, we'll go ahead and get started here. Let's go and get started. As you guys know, this evening is a Q&A. I'm going to share my trading screen. One second here. There are a couple of things I want to go over. Bitcoin gave a sell signal. One second here. All right. Do you guys see my trading screen here? Should say crypto's monster. You guys see that?
Yep.
Sir.
All right. Good. Hey Travis, welcome Travis. All right, guys. Bitcoin late last night gave a sell signal right here. All right, so we've been anticipating this a sell signal coming in, so give us a sell signal right here late last night. So we should be definitely out of Bitcoin. All right, and as you guys know, Bitcoin is the barometer for the entire crypto market. So as Bitcoin goes lower, so will most of your cryptos that are out there. So just be careful. So sell signal again came in. The sell signal is this white arrow right here. So here was our buy signal on a break of resistance, and then we got out right here. All right. So the support that the system was looking at was right here. this support area right in here. All right, right here, and it got out right here. All right. I was hoping that it would get out here and not get out at this support down here. So this is a much better exit right there. We also got exit signals on the equity markets. All right, so on the NASDAQ, right here, we get a sell signal and exit signal right here. All right, on the NASDAQ, so we should be out. Or just be very careful trading equities. And then on the S&P, we also have a sell signal. So on the S&P right here, we got a sell signal to be out. All right. The Dow, we do not have a signal at all. The last signal we had, that was a buy signal closed. We never got another buy signal on the Dow. All right, so there's nothing to do there. All right, so the big news of the day is we've got two sell signals, one on the S&P, one on the NASDAQ. And the next sell signal we're looking to, we'll look to get probably tomorrow, we'll get it, is on the Russell. Okay, so on the Russell right here, right, sellers are coming in. We should get a sell signal coming in soon on the Russell. All right, so just be careful with equities. We've been anticipating this. Hey, Peter, welcome. We've been anticipating these sell signals, exit signals to come in, and we got them today. All right, we've been looking at the dollar. So the dollar made a bit of a move today, kind of broke resistance a bit more, right? So I don't know if you guys can see that here. It's kind of breaking through that resistance. It's on a monthly time frame, all right? But it is breaking, slowly moving higher, but it is definitely moving higher, all right? So that's what we want. That's what we want. We want that dollar to break that resistance and really push higher, and hopefully gives us a buy signal on that monthly time frame. Kind of like here, the last time it did that buy signal right here. So that's looking good for the dollar. All right. The yen pushed a bit lower. All right. So that's a nice correlation. Yen, we want the yen to go lower. All right. Dollar go higher. And then the pound actually moved a bit higher too. So the pound yen moved higher too. So look for opportunities, guys. The pound yen is still the top leading pair, right? The top leading pair. And look here, it's looking to test that resistance right up here. All right, so here is resistance. All right, here is resistance right here. If it breaks that resistance, that's reaccumulation, right, on the 240. But also keep it on the 30-minute time frame. So here is the 30-minute, and right now it's got a buy signal. All right, I'll stop in a second to give you guys a chance to ask questions. So here is the buy signal here. Let's remove these shorts. All right, so here is your buy signal here. All right, right here on this break of resistance right here, that's on the 30-minute chart. So the 30-minute time frame right here on the pound yen. All right, if it breaks through this resistance right here, All right, it could go higher and make another leg up. All right, so stay with the pound yen. It's had 3 really nice trades. So here, bought here, sold here, pull back, retraced, bought here, sold here. All right, and perfect. If you guys look here, this is a perfect exit sell signal right at that break of support. That's what we want. Perfect buy, break of resistance. Here's your resistance line right here, right? Perfect sell signal. We'll never get the very top. We'll never get the very bottom. That's our sweet spot right here, the meat of the trade. So bought here, sold here, bought here, and a break of this resistance right here, sold here, and a break of support. All right. Bought here, break of resistance, sold here, break of support. And now we've got a buy signal right here at that break of resistance right here. So good trading with the pound yen. So stay with it. Stay with it. I know it moves quite a bit, but stay with it. So I'm going to open up the floor. Any questions? This is Q&A. So on Mondays we do Q&A. So any questions that you guys have, any charts that you want to take a look at, just let me know. So go ahead. Any questions, guys? Any questions on anything?
Nope, not at this time.
All right. All right, we'll go through, stop me if you guys have any questions, okay?
Hey, David.
Yes.
It's Peter. Can we look at a specific oil stock?
Oil, okay.
SBR,
Yeah,
Sierra Bravo Romeo.
I was just gonna go over energy. Okay, so give it to me again, Peter.
Sierra Bravo Romeo.
SB, and that's energy.
I'm in this oil stock.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Did it come through? Did it come through heat seeker?
No, I was Fidelity recommendation.
Okay.
Yeah. Nice break of resistance.
Mm-hmm.
And I got in, and also they pay dividends if you hold the stock.
Okay.
So really good dividends. I think monthly dividends actually. 7%.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
So,
yeah.
Got in.
Did you get in today?
No, I got in about 2 days ago at the break of resistance.
So you bought the actual stock, not the option?
Basically going long on the stock. There's no options for this one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was looking at resistance, and then it broke resistance, and I was waiting for a pullback, and I got in on the pullback.
Oh, okay. Are you following cup and handle with this one?
Well, I think Fidelity was cup and handle for them. It was just looking at a recommendation.
Oh, okay.
The bullish stocks. I just did bullish, and then I see dividends.
Oh, okay. I'm just curious. Let's see what this looks like on the monthly.
Crude oil surpassed 103. I think the last time I checked, 103. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna get into some some oil stocks, energy stocks.
Yeah. Crude is making another, pull back, and now it looks like it wants to go higher. In heat seeker, the last week, I think, week and a half, things were slow with energy, but we're starting to see more energy stocks again. All right, so on the monthly, here is on this stock here is the high here, Peter. On the monthly, there's the high at 70, you're at 66. So I'll watch that area. You might get a real push, nice push above here. All right, this isn't major resistance. If we come about here, let's see here. So if we say here, all right, failed, failed, failed. All right, you've gotten past that area. So yeah, you might get a nice push to the upside. Let's see if we see anything on the weekly. All right, on the weekly, yeah, you definitely gotten through resistance on the weekly. So should look at that weekly time frame. Wow. Wow, look at that. Look at that buy signal was right here on that weekly all the way down here at 30.33. So good price action, right? It's gotten through on that weekly time frame, right? That purpose support and resistance, that's always a concern, but it's gone through that. Let's bring in RSI.
So I think I should put it on a smaller time frame to get me out of the trade if it turns against me.
Okay,
right?
Let's take a look at what do you think in 30?
Yeah, 30. Because right now,
I think you can go longer than 30. Hold on one second. 30 might be too, you might want to do a 60. We'll take a look at it here. You might get more, you might get, yeah, I like the 60 better, Peter. You might get a lot of noise on the 30. Because you want to hold as long as possible.
right? Okay, so do it in 1 hour.
Yeah, the 30 might get you out too soon. All right, so here is so if you can look at, you can put it on the 240. So rather than the daily, you can do the 240. All right, and then and let's put it side by side like this and do the hour. So the hour, always it's a good idea to kind of play when you have a trade like this, play with the different time frames.
David, how do you open up a new chart on TradeStation?
Oh, okay.
Can you do it one more time?
Yeah, just you see the plus sign right here, the plus sign at the bottom there. You can do it a couple of ways, right? You can do it, you could do the click the plus sign. You can on the tab at the bottom here, you can right click and new workspace. So you can open a new workspace and then go to one of your charts, like right here, the 240, and copy window.
Oh, copy window. Okay.
Yeah, and then go back to that workspace that you just made, and then right click and then paste. And that will open that window. All right, and then just make sure that you name it. Right, so right now it's not named, so you can name it. Save as, and we'll just say test. Otherwise, if you don't name it, when you try to close, TradeStation, it won't close. But let's go back here. So if you guys look here, Peter. So you got great price action on the 240. All right, buy signal moving up nicely. So if you're in it, I know you just want to manage it, right? So I would take it off the daily, put it on the 240. So this is your foundation, right? Your foundation window. You got in at what price?
60, 65.35.
65. Hey, Daniel, welcome. 65.35 right here. And then here's your 60. Here's your hourly chart right here. That's your hourly chart. So I would, no, you could do this too, right? I mean, you know, sometimes I wouldn't go lower if you just have to keep the 30-minute. You could do the so you can see the selling come in. If the selling come in strong, you can get out on the 30-minute. It all depends on how it comes in. You just have to read, you know, stay with it and read it. So you could copy. We're gonna copy here and add another the 30-minute. So now you've got the 30, 60, and then 240. All right, so you've got the 30. So you've got the 30 here, 30 here, right? 60 and 240. And then just watch it. Just watch it. All right, just watch it. If you get some like consolidation, white candles in here, there's no need to panic. All right, but if the selling come in here, you get a sell signal, then you could get out. But you can watch the rhythm, Peter. You can see how it's flowing between the 30 and the 60, and you've got your 240. Okay, if it's really made a big push, so if let's say for instance, let's go here. A second. Let's say, for instance, I'm going to put this on the monthly time frame. The monthly is the only time frame where you might have some resistance. So let's say, for instance, right? So you've got your monthly here, and this is good to do too. You know you're approaching resistance. You've got some resistance up here on the monthly, and that's your big window. So you can watch that price action here, right? So let's say things really push up, right? Really breaks through, right? You know you're gonna get some pullback, right? Kind of like here, really makes a big move up, right? And you know that it's over. Let's do this here. Let's put in an RSI. All right, and you can do that too on the smaller time frame. Bring in your RSI. All right. So your RSI. All right, so you see how it's getting oversold right here, kind of like when it got oversold. I mean overbought right here, right? And it's getting red. It's red here, so it's getting overbought. All right, so you can, you know, really watch it. It might make one more push, right, to the upside, right, get near this resistance or break through, and then you might get some selling. But you'll see that selling here on the 30-minute or the 60-minute, and then you can add. This is when you want to use RSI, guys. All right, this is when you want to use RSI. So you see here an RSI on the 30-minute, it's getting overbought also. All right, so you know it's overbought, right? Overbought on the monthly, okay? You see that right here, right? Resistance right here, it's getting overbought. Look, every time it became overbought, it really came back down. You see that, Peter? Yeah, all right. Every time it got overbought, price came back down. Now there's no guarantee that, you know, price will pull back from here, but watch it. 30 or 60, right? I would say if you what's probably the 30, if you're watching, because Peter, you're not far from you're what, 3 points from here, right? So you're right at 66, 67, right? The high here is 70, so 3 points away. All right, so probably the 30 is what you want to pull out, and then just have these two charts right here, right? Really, it's really overbought right up here. It's at 80. All right, so but you might get one more push this up, and then you will see some selling coming in on that 30 and get out.
Hey Dave, did Bitcoin get a sell signal yet? Because it looks like it pumped up a little bit.
Yeah, we did get Peter. Does that help, Peter?
Yes, I'm good.
Before I get with Daniel, okay.
I'm good.
Okay,
Yeah,
very
you can
good.
move on.
Yeah, very good. Watch that 70. Now, if it breaks through that 70, right? If it breaks that 70, you might get new buyers, new money coming in, right? And you might get a big push. But just know that you're getting extended, right? So yeah, follow it on the 30, 60. I would leave those up and just watch it. But good trade, good job, good trade there. Okay, Daniel, yeah, we have a sell signal, a sell exit signal on Bitcoin. And I wasn't sure where the sell signal would come in. And it looks like it came in on, your system was watching this support area. So we have some support right here, right here. And I didn't even realize that. So that's where it got the sell signal right here when the price broke support. I was thinking that it might come in here, right, closer to down to this area in here, which I'm glad it didn't, right? So the bottom line is the sellers are now in control, right?
Exactly. So I was just gonna add to that, because they said that sorry, I'm driving, but they said that
Be careful driving.
yeah, no, I'm almost home. But they said that the S&P 500 did not make a higher high, is heading lower now. So now we know that a little bit, not a lot, but Bitcoin has some correlation, you know, with the S&P 500 a bit. So sucks, but I hope it doesn't. But
Well, you know, I sent an alert out today for the
yep,
S&P.
I seen it.
Yeah, so the
Yep.
S&P gave, and
So
you know, I know you've been looking for a correlation, Daniel, and I think you've got it right. I think you've been looking for a correlation with the S&P, and the sell signal on Bitcoin came in late last night.
yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then the S&P came in earlier.
Right after,
yeah. So there's definitely a correlation. So we just have to be careful, right?
yeah. Well, there's no buys now. I mean, unless something breakout happens, but there's no buys right now. I mean, unless you want to do a small like the 5 minute, but that I don't even think that would even matter at this point, because sellers are completely in control.
Yeah. So yeah. So on the S&P and the Nasdaq, we have sell signals. Russell, Peter, you said you were going to get some puts in the Russell short. You're going to short it a bit.
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
Not yet. So, I'm watching it because it was a little choppy today.
Yeah.
I do want to look at the pound yen too. I see that I'm looking at it now, but I see that it's trying to make you know, it's trying to break through and make a new high. But I know you said that the Japanese yen is not too good right now, so I guess it makes the pound stronger, right? So I guess the pound
yes.
should be
So yeah.
stronger now.
Yeah, when the yen goes down, right? So this is the yen in the futures market, right?
Yeah.
So when the yen goes down, right, the cross currencies, the pound yen, dollar yen, euro yen. The dollar yen does its own thing, but Swiss yen, they're gonna go up. All right. So we're seeing the pound yen move higher. All right.
Yeah.
So I'll spend a little more time on that. Hey, Scott, welcome, Scott. Did you have a question, Scott, for me?
Yeah, I have to go in a minute because I have another call. I've been meaning to join you at some point, and David, I actually reached out to you individually for some one-on-one coaching. So
well,
maybe
welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome.
You know, I've been kind of dabbling in the trading world. I've kind of made 5,000, lost 5,000, kind of like done a lot of the ups and downs.
Yeah, we've all been there. We've all been there. Yeah.
So I guess I'm asking, what is this call for? And I know you have your own software that you sell. What is kind of if I kept coming to these calls, are you doing training on the calls? I know you can do one-on-one coaching. I'm looking for kind of like a community that can kind of talk about entry points and exit points. I'm trading right now just Bitcoin, and crypto.
Okay.
And so, yeah, kind of curious about what to expect here and what I can take away from this.
Oh, very good. Well, welcome, Scott. Welcome. Yeah, we do. I do one-on-one coaching with the traders. We do 4-hour coaching, 1 hour per week for 4 weeks. You can get it on the website. It's discounted 50%. It's very, very reasonable. Reasonably priced. $240 is the cost. We provide trading systems also.
Okay.
So automated trading systems. This is what we've got right here, right? So the systems will provide us with support and resistance lines, right? They're built in. And then the algorithms that will give us buy and sell signals.
Can you just show me Bitcoin real quick? Because that's what I've been staring at all day.
All right. Can you see that?
Yeah, I mean, I know we're up against resistance right now.
Yeah. Which you want to see Bitcoin, you said?
Yeah.
Bitcoin. Okay. So here is Bitcoin in one of our systems here. Crypto's monster. So here was the buy signal. This is on the daily time frame. And guys, you all can jump in too if you want to give Scott any advice.
Yeah, basically, to make it very, very simple, Scott, the system that Dave has, I just started trading in January, but I invested a lot of money in Bitcoin. You don't even want to know. I kind of own a Bitcoin right now, so I own like 80% of a Bitcoin, 90% to be honest with you. And I bought when I was not experienced at the tippity top, so therefore I had to turn around and I said, "Fuck, my money's tanking. I do not want to take it out." And I reached out to Dave. Basically, Dave's system works pretty well with support or resistance. So the way that the system works is the major support and resistance that are the most sure, but nothing is 100% sure, but the strongest support and resistance that the chart can offer, basically Dave's system picks up on that. And when it breaks resistance, it gives a buy signal. Of course, I mean, nothing is 100% right because news could make things turn around. So
sure.
And basically, but when it does give that buy signal, it's almost a sure thing, I would say, because it's in a strong support. So it'd be very hard for it to break. It doesn't give small supports or light support or resistance.
Right.
It gives strong ones. I actually made money probably like the first 2 weeks that I actually bought the system. So it's reliable, but it's not 100% reliable because if Ukraine gets another bomb, then
I understand that, and I understand the support levels, and it'd be easier if this thing just showed it to me instead of me, figuring it out.
Find it 24/7, exactly.
I kind of have an idea, but I think my issue is like being patient enough to wait for it to drop down to a support level to buy in, and then when at the top, when it might break through a resistance level, is it going to hit 3 touches and come back down, and I can short on the way down, and instead of trying to just be there and get in at the top of, hoping it breaks and hoping I catch a pump. Those types of things are the ones where I'm chasing. I need to be more patient.
That's exactly what the system does. Now, You could switch it to 240. You could switch it to 1 hour, 30 minutes, 15 minutes,
Sure.
5 minutes. So,
Okay.
like I said, if you're looking for that, yeah, the system does exactly
And-
that.
And David, I'm assuming you're gonna say no to this question, but do you ever encourage trading with a little bit of leverage?
With yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Leverage is good and bad, right? So
I got wrecked when I know what I was doing, of course, but now I've gotten a little better at it and not using as much. But I did made like 5K today, which is nice. Which
hey,
that I gave some of it back.
Yeah, Peter might want to. Peter, you want to say anything to Scott?
Sorry, I'm messing with my chart. I don't trade Bitcoin. It's just
Okay.
too volatile for me. So I have some experience. Majority just losing. So yeah, I shorted because about 5 years ago, I was using Kraken to short Bitcoin. You could go long on it. You can use leverage.
Sure.
I think they're still around. Kraken. It's a
Yeah, I
lending
use
exchange.
Phoenix.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, it's just too volatile. I can't sleep whenever I'm trading Bitcoin, so no thanks. So I'm more of a 9 to 5 guy.
I'm right there with you. My partner's like, Scott, you're just you're freaking addicted to it. So
Yeah, it's more like it's gambling in the beginning.
yeah, exactly. I have to start another Zoom call. Can I do that and come right back? Just because my friends can't get in, and I'll jump back in 1 second.
We'll probably have another 15 minutes, Scott, but we're here every night, every evening. You can come and join, and then just send me let me give you my number. Just send me a text, okay?
Okay, great. Go ahead.
407
Uh-huh.
733
Uh-huh.
0185.
Because I've been looking for a coach, and I want to do this the right way, and I want to have a community too. 407-733-0185.
0185.
I just sent you a text, David.
Awesome.
I might jump back on. If not, you guys will see me again. Looking forward to this. I'm excited.
Okay. Thanks, Scott. Thanks for coming. All right. Take care. Bye-bye. All right. So Daniel, this is so right now, guys, for Bitcoin, right? This 45,000 is a big mark. That's a big resistance right here, right? It's becoming a big resistance. And then that 39, I would say 39.40. So really right here. So right here is where Bitcoin is having a lot of trouble. All right here, previous support right here. Look right here, support right here, resistance right here, this whole area right here. All right, could it get buying, right? Buying could definitely come back in, right? Kind of like here, and push higher and test this. But right now, we've got selling coming. But this is, I thought down in here would be the concern with Bitcoin around that 30,000 mark down in here, even here. But it really looks like right here is where the challenge is for right now, this area right here. Okay, you see that, Daniel?
Yeah, I see it. Yep.
This area right in here. Right. All right.
Yep. It's all right. I learned how to detach my emotions. I'm numb right now, Dave. I'm numb.
Well, yeah, you have to get to the point where you're numb, right?
Yeah.
You have to get to the point where you're just numb to it, right? And you're kind of like almost, there's no emotion, right? You get pounded around enough where, there's two things can happen, right? You get numb, you get tough, or we run away, right? We run away. So we can't run away. Just figure things out, right? We got to figure it out. So the nice thing is this with Bitcoin is that it is consolidating. Okay, hopefully price gets squeezed a bit, where it has to move in one direction. All right, so let's see that. Let's see if we've got a triangle forming, right? That's the only thing we can do at this point to see where there might be a possible breakout, right? So if we draw this here, and we make this real large. All right, so here, right, price is being squeezed. All right, and then we can do this right here. Right here. All right, so here we might get a move, right? See here, kind of moving up a bit. It's holding, right? Holding. Price is coming down here. So we might get a squeeze, kind of like this, right? It's moving like this right here. So price might get squeezed in. So it might consolidate right between 45 and like that 40,000 gets squeezed in right before it makes a big move. So it's definitely consolidated, right? Right, it's not trending. All right, let's see here. Do I have an ADX? Let's see here. Let's do this. Hold on, let me see. Let me see what I want to see what it's consolidating at. Yeah. Okay, so on the 240, it's at 30. Let's see here. Let's see it on the daily. One second, guys. 1 second. 1 second. Where do I have a daily? Okay, this is a daily here. CUSD. All right, so Bitcoin on the daily time frame. That's what I thought is consolidating. I don't know if you guys can see that here, but it's consolidating at 18. So it is definitely consolidating here. All right.
What is it consolidating? You just said? Sorry, Dave.
1821.
What does that mean?
That means it's in a tight consolidation.
Oh, but not 18,000, right?
No, 18. So you remember, you guys remember here, right? We know these numbers here, right? You know what these numbers mean? Yeah. So if it's 20 and below, it's in a tight consolidation.
Oh, God, yeah, okay.
Okay, so but this is on the 240. So we just looked at it on the daily. We brought it in here on the daily, right? So right now, Bitcoin is tightly consolidating. 18 is low, so it's consolidating right now. 18 is low. All right, if it gets below, and what I will do, I will bring in for next time, guys. I'm going to bring in we have it for here. I'll bring that into our cryptos monster, kind of like here, right? You see right here. You see right here where the US 30, right, is in a tight consolidation at 9, which means we don't want to trade it, right? So on the 240 right here, it's really in a tight consolidation. 9 is very, very low. And if you guys see here, it's very, very low. So Bitcoin on the daily time frame is at 18. All right. So we'll track it. I'll bring in that trending indicator so that we have it here on Bitcoin to see how tight it's getting. Why that's important is because when it gets tight like that, low like this, right, expect a big breakout. The lower that number gets, right, the bigger or the larger the breakout will be coming out of that tight consolidation. That makes sense?
Yes.
That makes sense, yeah. So so just like US 30 is in a tight consolidation right now, right? Very, very tight consolidation on the 240, right? 9 is very, very low. Right now, Bitcoin is at 18. All right, that's why we're not getting any trends, no trends, right? No trends, long or short. So we'll bring in that. Let me make a note here. We'll bring in that trending indicator, all right, to kind of monitor it. All right, so we'll have it for the next class. All right. Any other questions on anything? Any other questions? While you guys, pound yen, keep an eye on the dollar pairs, right? We're I know a lot of them pull back a bit. USD DKK is still holding. A few of them are still holding. All right, but the pound yen, really watch the pound yen. Look at that. All right, it's getting ready to break that resistance right here. So really keep an eye on pound yen.
That's so funny you say that. I just jumped in on it.
Yeah, stay with it.
I did a little bit, and you know, I just I'm waiting, but I put a buy signal just now. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, so stay with it. Yeah, stay with it. Here it is on there, and then you guys can do, you know, sometimes it's really good to bring in the larger time frame, the monthly. You know, I mean, you can do that, right? See the big picture, right? So that, you know, it gives you confidence. So if it pulls back, right, pulls back, and then you can do a monthly, you can do, right, you can do a monthly or weekly. I like how that monthly is shaping up. So you can do a monthly, you can do your 30 here. So you got in on the 30, right, Daniel?
I actually, no, I got it on the 5-minute, but I actually looked at the 30, and I just jumped on the 5-minute. You know, Dave, I know that there's different time frames you can jump in on, right? Besides smaller time frames being in and out or something like that, is that the only reason why people use lower time frames, or are there other reasons why as well? Like
rather than jumping, getting in and out quickly?
Yeah, is there other reasons why, like other confluences that I might not know about, that maybe people that that people use? You know, I'm just curious.
Well, the main reason why we do it is to see the trend, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we want to see the overall trend, right? So we'll take a look here. That's 15.
Because what's tricky sometimes is that the 5 minute could be giving you a retrace and you're in the negative, like, you're just in the negative. But and then on the hour time frame is only settling.
Yeah.
Like, so
Well, the 5 minutes not going to give you much.
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
It's noise. I mean, unless the price really holds and you've got a nice trend going, then it will hold. But it's just noise.
Yep. That's for sure.
So if we brought in, so you're trading on the 5 minute.
Yeah, my chart disappeared. I gotta do the copy and paste again. I think I didn't save it, the 5 minute in your system. I think you said, oh, okay, copy window. That's what it was. Copy window and then paste. Oh, here we go. Okay. I think I got it. And then
so we'll finish with this. All right. Can you trade it on the 5 minute? Yeah, we've got a buy signal right here, right? It's just, it doesn't stay in very long. The 5 minute is not really used as a trading window. I mean, you can use it as a trading window. It's really for timing, right? For timing your entry. If you really want a good window to trade, is the 15 minute. So you can trade the 15-minute window, right? 15-minute will keep you in. What you want to do is we want to stay in that trade, right? So we want to stay in the trade. So 15 and 30, right? 30 is much better, right? You're going to get a lot more stability in the 30. So you'll be able to get in quickly, get out quickly with the 30. With the 60, you might give up some profits, right?
So you're saying, Dave, that the 15 minute and the 30 gives you, when it gives you a buy signal, is a more reliable buy signal than the 5 minute.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Because it's probably at a better support, or who knows. But
yeah.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And most traders will trade on most traders don't trade on the 5 minute. They'll use the 5 minute as an entry. All right. So you can use it for your timing, right? If you really want to be quick, some traders will use the 1 minute. But usually they'll use the 5 minute for their entry, but their trading window is like Ricky. I know Ricky uses the 15 minute as his trading window, right? And he'll use the 1 and 5 minute as his entry, right? But I like the 30 minute, right? You can walk away. You can't walk away with the 5 minute. That's you're gonna drive yourself nuts, right? But the 30 minute is a good, it's a good window to trade. And the good thing is, if you do catch a good trend, it might still hold. It could hold overnight, right? So it could keep you in the trade much longer, which is what we want. So for you, Daniel, I would probably do the 15 minute, right? Because you want to be quick. So 15 minutes, but you can experiment with both. And but the 5 minute is you're gonna get a lot of, it's gonna kick you out of the trade too much, right?
I get what you're saying. Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So play with that. But good, good price action with the pound yen. Good price action. All right, guys. Any other questions before we call it a night? Any other questions for me? All right. Just be careful. We don't have any real trends, right? There's nothing really moving except for that we see the dollars making a move higher here. And then the yen pairs. All right. The equity markets, be careful. All right, be careful. All right. All right, guys, I will see you guys. Tomorrow is what I think we've got beginners trading. So I'll see most of you guys on Wednesday and Thursday. All right, guys, take care. Have a good night. Okay, bye-bye.
Thank you.